Welcome to the Poochie Baby Podcast. This is your host, Michelle, owner and operator over at PoochieBaby.com. In today's episode, I would like to talk a little bit about a question I very often get asked over on the blog and in my Etsy shop. And that question is, can I sell the items that I make using your pattern? Let me start by saying that I am not an attorney. I do not know copyright law inside and out or manufacturing law. But the short answer to this question is yes, you can sell the items that you make using your own hands, even though you are using my pattern to make them. I don't know if there are other pattern designers out there who prefer or like to insinuate that you cannot sell these items, but the truth is that you really can. When it comes to the pattern, you cannot redistribute my pattern and sell it as if it belonged to you, but you can make the item that I have designed and sell it in your own shop or, in person, wherever it is that you sell your custom items or your items. Online, in person, at crafts fairs, it doesn't matter. Now, previously, I would ask that people not sell 3 particular items in their Etsy shop whenever they were purchasing my pattern. And it was just a request, really, because those were the 3 items that I actually sold, the finished products, and it was direct competition for me in my own shop. And I would just ask, please refrain from selling these particular things in the Etsy shop, but feel free to sell them in your own shop, online, on your own blog, at a crafts fair, wherever it is that you may sell or make them for people in your family. Sell them to friends and family. It didn't really matter. It was just those 3 things that I did not want competition for on Etsy because competition is very high. But technically, I couldn't really stop anyone from doing that if they wanted to. It was just more of a professional courtesy in asking them not to do that. Now, I know from being in many crochet groups on Facebook and other places that sometimes this can become a very hot topic to talk about, but technically you can't stop someone from selling the product. Now, what I have found, especially on Etsy, is I have caught people using my actual photos to advertise the finished product to sell it on Etsy, which that is something that you cannot do. I just remind people that if you're going to sell these finished products, please make the product, take your own photos, and use that for your advertising. Don't use the designer's photos to advertise the products, the end products that you may have for sale in your own shop. And that's just basic common courtesy. Also, you're stealing the photos from the designer, and that is not a good thing to do. Someone will report you because people do pay attention to those types of things, and they will let the designers know, hey, look, this person is using your pictures. So just keep all of that in mind. Make the product. That way you know exactly what it's going to look like when you make it, because all of our hands are different. We make things differently, and your customers will know and what to expect when they get the finished products from you. So that is the best thing to do. There are crochet designers out there who will be telling people, no, you cannot sell things using my patterns, but yes, you can. To me, I take it as a compliment. If somebody likes my design so much that they actually want to make something and sell it to their own customers, I find that very flattering, and more power to you. Please make these items, sell them. This is what I put the patterns out there for, is for people to use them and to bring all this crochet joy and goodness to the rest of the world. So please feel free to make the items. One thing that is nice to do, though, is when you're using the exact pattern of a designer, it's nice to let them know that you're using it and to mention that in your listings, that this pattern was designed by so-and-so, and maybe put a link to the pattern on your listing. That is a great thing to do. Everybody wins that way. You get to sell to your customers. The designers get recognition for their patterns on the listing, because sometimes people are looking at listings, but they're actually looking for a pattern. They may see it. They know how to crochet, and they may see that, and you say, okay, well, this person designed it, and it gives the crochet designer just some extra visibility for you using their pattern to make some money and to sell to your customers. So go forth and find these wonderful patterns and make these items and sell them to your customers. The top 3 things that I recommend that you do is contact the designer and let them know, hey, I love your design. I want to make them and sell them in my own shop. Please let me know what link you would like to use to reference back to the pattern. Also, be sure to use your own photos whenever you're advertising these products, and be honest in your listings and who's the designer and where you can find more designs from this person. Stay in contact with a crochet designer if you have success with a particular pattern, because us designers, we like to know that. Many times we can take one pattern, maybe modify it, make different sizes so that it could fit more people, just have a wider range of an audience. Or maybe it's a cute little hat in one design, but you find that, oh, this one is very popular. Let's go ahead and make one that complements that also. So it benefits the crochet designer. It benefits the person who's making the items, because you have another nice crochet pattern that you can make and sell to your customer. Please feel free to research further any of the legalities about this, but I am telling you from my own research, this is what I have found. I cannot prevent anyone from actually selling the items that they make using my patterns. It's not legally possible to do that. I can legally stop someone from trying to say that they designed my pattern, because it is the actual written pattern, not the items that are made using the pattern. So research it further if you have more questions. Now, this concludes today's podcast and just my little spiel on making things and selling them using other people's patterns. If you have questions, please put them on the blog below the show notes, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You can always follow me over on Facebook. You can like the page and just search for My Poochie Baby. You can also join the Poochie Baby Crochet Club over there. I will give discounts and special notices to the people in the Crochet Club if crochet is something that you are into and most interested in. You can also follow me on Pinterest. I like to post lots of free patterns over there, and you can just search for My Poochie Baby. You can also follow me on Instagram, and that is Michelle Gaylor, all one word, or on Twitter, and that is Michelle_Gaylor. So find me online. Make sure when you go to the blog, which is poochie-baby.com, be sure to sign up for the newsletter, and you will keep abreast of everything that gets put on the blog. Everything gets posted over there and comes through in the newsletter, so you can stay up to date with all of the latest information. That concludes today. You guys have a great and fantastic day, and I will talk to you next time.